Hey YouTube, this is just a quick update on my crown area. I'm about to wash my hair, but I figured since I have it sectioned off already and I could show you my crown area, that I'll do it right now. So I just want to show you, as you guys know, I was having issues with my crown area 2 years ago, and then I think it started again maybe last year, I don't remember. But I've done videos on it. Please scroll through my videos for my crown area videos and updates. But this is the 2017 update, and my crown area has been doing very well. I will show you. I have it braided right here. As you can see, I have my crown area sectioned off separately, because before I used to part in fours or whatever, part my hair in the same place, and that area was always exposed when it's parted in fours, so that contributed to some of the breakage. So I don't do that anymore. I give it its own section so that it could stay protected. And this is my crown area right here. You can see that it's doing well. Very well. And there's the length. For some of you could see. I'm gonna braid it back up because I'm about to wash my hair. I have some tips for you guys who are struggling with your crown area, and hopefully it'll be able to help. Keep in mind, one size does not fit all, so if you need to tweak it to, you know, what you need, your hair's needs, please feel free to do so. What works for me may not work for you. I get a lot of people who ask me questions in terms of exactly what do I do, exactly what supplements do I take, I cannot give you all of that information. I always encourage people to go out and do their own research so that you can be more empowered about your hair and what your hair needs, and it's always better that way. So I just took down some notes. Like I just said, number one, sectioning it off, giving it its own section so that it can stay protected, you know, and not parting your hair in the same places all the time, because when you do that, it's like that area is always exposed and you're parting it in the same place, so it's kind of leaving it prone to damage and breakage. I put moisture and protein balance, which means that you need to maintain your moisture levels, which means you need to be putting water on your hair, and you also need the water is going to be for the softness and so that it's not dry, and the protein is going to be for the strength. A lot of times your hair may not have the protein that it needs to be strong, so it's possible that that part of your hair needs more strength so that it doesn't, it's not as prone to breakage. So you want to maintain that protein and moisture balance. In other words, you want your hair soft and you want your hair strong. And one way to do that is knowing your hair's porosity. I wasn't sure about porosity before I had these issues. Porosity means, like, does your hair accept a lot of product or water very easily, and then when you put it on, then you notice your hair actually, when you put it on, you notice that your hair also lets go of the moisture very easily. So you may be highly porous. In other words, your hair has, the hair shaft has holes in it, and that's why, like bigger holes, that's why it soaks up the moisture very quickly, and it also lets it out quickly. So in that instance, you want to continue to moisturize your hair, but you want to seal it in. And you may want to start sealing it with heavier products like shea butter and like castor oil, because your hair is highly porous. You need to get all of it in, but you need to find a way to keep it in. And so that's what you would do. People whose hair is not highly porous, it means like they don't have those big holes, those gaps in their hair shaft, so their hair does not receive product as easily. Like, you can wet it, and then it takes forever to finally get soaked. I don't have that issue, so I really can't speak on that, but I would encourage you to do your research. So first, try to learn what your hair's porosity is. A lot of people do the test. I never did the test. I just know, like, obviously when I spray water, my hair takes it in very easily, but then it also lets it out easily too. So I'm just aware of that. So with the crown area, I make sure that it's moisturized, and I make sure that I seal it with a heavy oil like shea butter, or a heavy oil like castor oil, something like that. Okay, so hopefully that will help you. Also, you know, doing the protein treatments, putting in that protein, because what the protein will do is it'll go in there and it'll fill up those gaps if you're highly porous, and it will make your hair strands stronger, so you won't be dealing with the split ends. Because I noticed, like with the crown area, all it is, it's like it's really thin, and then it's like the split ends just went all the way down, so now you have like this little shrubby spot there, and all the rest of your hair is fine except that part. So I'm not sure why it's always an issue for a lot of us, but it's kind of annoying. But once you know what you can do, just you gotta go in there hard body and really look after that crown if you want it to be at its best. So I would say also keep it trimmed, because you don't want to allow any split ends or anything to go down that hair shaft. Once you see like that crown area looks a little funny, don't be afraid to cut it. As you see, I did a video where it was shorter than the rest of my hair, and it still is, it's catching up, but I cut off those split ends because I did not want any farther damage to spread anymore. So keep those ends in check. Also just give it extra TLC when you're doing your deep conditionings. Maybe put a little more in that area. Just go hard with it. Like put extra everything there when you are doing your hair. Be more aware so that you can have it in check. The Ayurvedic products like Vatika oil and the Amla treatments, anything that's herbal that comes from a plant, things like that, that's going to really nourish your hair, you want to put that on your hair so that your hair can be strong, it can be nourished, it can get the vitamins and the minerals that it needs. So don't always go for the commercial products because you hear people saying, you know, use such and such or whatever. Look at the nutrients that are in your product. That's what's going to nourish you. And yeah, basically internal health, getting a lot of water, fresh fruits and vegetables, things like that, nutrients in the body so that it can take it to your hair. You also want to make sure that you're healthy too, because sometimes you may have deficiencies in certain vitamins and minerals, and you just want to make sure that you're getting that. So I would also go on to say too, be aware of like what you're putting on your head. Like if you, the hats that you're wearing, if you're wearing hats and they are wool or, you know, different types of fibers that will dry out your hair, you don't want to do that. You may want to opt to put satin underneath and then put your hat on. You can put, like for me, when I wear hats, I usually use one of my lock socks underneath so that I can protect my hair, and then I will put a hat on so that it's not drying out that part. As well as when you go to sleep, you want to wear a satin bonnet, a satin scarf, or a lock sock, anything that's made of some type of material that's not going to dry out your hair is always best. So like for me, I always sleep with my lock socks or my satin bonnets. This is one of the children ones. It's satin lined, but I think it could fit. It was right there, so I just grabbed it. You could put it on like that, or sometimes I use a satin scarf. I have some of these that I'm gonna make. I didn't make this one, obviously, but you know, just put on like a satin scarf and you'll be good to go. That way the crown area is protected. You guys know how to do a scarf. I don't know why I'm showing y'all. But you know, your crown area is protected, and when you're laying on that pillow, you know, it's rubbing against something that is not damaging and drying to your hair. You can also use a satin pillowcase. If you're interested in buying lock socks and satin bonnets and stuff, my website is etsy.com/shop/Kharyzma for you. So that's my tip today for crown area damage. Just do the best that you can. Know your hair's porosity. Keep those ends trimmed. Take care of the nutrients on the inside. Look at the products, the nutrients that are in your products. Section that area off. Give it extra TLC, and I promise you guys it will grow. I will continue to keep you updated. I did a length check in December, I believe, so I think the next one I'm going to do is in March. And we're in February, so I will keep you guys posted. But thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.